Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping. It's been a while. I took 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's. It might have even been more than 2 weeks, and because I really needed it. I hope you guys had great holidays, and we're going to work today on a new celebration stamp set. And I just love how they came out, so I hope you do too. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It really lets me know that you like what you see, and it'll also notify you if you ring the bell when I have my next video. And thanks for those that come every week. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to flip you around. I'm going to flip you around and let's get started. Okay, so this is the stamp set we're going to use. And I like beach stuff. I don't get to go very often, so I guess when I buy stamp sets with beach things in it, that I'm hoping to get there again sometime soon. But this is a stamp set we're going to be using. You can get it by spending $60 that you would probably already be spending if you're anything like me. You can get this for free. So let's get started. I'm going to do the easy one first. And let's see, this is a little bit crooked. I don't want it to be crooked. That's better. All right. Hey, Lola. Hope you had a great vacation, or I don't know that you had time off, but great holidays. Let me get my bone folder. I might be a little bit, because this is coming back after weeks. We might just bear with me. How's that? All right. So I have 2 blacks, and that's going to go on the front and on the inside because I like my insides and my fronts to coordinate and look cohesive. And I have 2 of the same size of the basic white and a scrap. That's it. And if you want the measurements and directions step by step with pictures, please. Oh, wow. Sorry, Daryl. I was like, from Australia. Yay. I have on my blog, which is tedderbearstamping.com, and Pat will put that on to the where you can put your comments. She'll put that on there, and you can go there and sign up for my newsletter, and I will send you my the PDFs for free. That's all you have to do is sign up for my newsletter, and you get my PDF for free. So I hope you go ahead and do that. I like to share, so that's why. All right, so I need, whoa, I had a dirty one on here. There we go. Bring in this, and you can tell I've had it. I'm just going to try to unbend it a little bit. It's not going to work. We'll just take one off. There we go. And put that right there. All right. So what I use whenever I am making any kind of scenery and I need to block off stuff, I use this. Whoops. The Post-it removable labeling tape. It is the best. I swear by this, and I use it a lot. So if you want, that would be a great thing if you can get it. But I tear some off. Yes, I made it big enough. And I am going to start. I have to make sure my grid sheet is like it's right. It's even. That's the biggest thing. And let's see, I think maybe about to here. And this way I can make sure that I have it straight. Because, horizons aren't horizons if they're not straight. Hold on. I'm having troubles. It's because I can't see very well. Hold on. I have to move this down so I can put it up here. There we go. This way goodness, can get it straight. Is that? Who thought this would be the hard part, huh? All right. Sorry. It's just one of those days. All right, there we go. I didn't cover it very well, but I won't be going down there. All right, so we're going to be using a blending brush. Let me make sure this is somewhat clean. And I'm going to be using Balmy Blue. Hey, Haiti. Sorry to say that we're probably going to have to postpone our Stampin' Besties Club class that's supposed to be happening on Saturday because we're expecting a lot of snow. Not excited about that, but I do like watching it come down. I just don't want it to stick. All right, so that's all. I just wanted to have a little bit of sky there. And we're going to take this off. And I'm going to put it here at the top. It doesn't matter for the grid sheet now. I just want to make sure I don't leave a gap between the blue and where I'm going to be, because it will leave a little white thing, and you don't want that. It would make it look not realistic, which would be bad. Now I'm going to use Azure Afternoon and another brush. I could probably still use that one, but I have it right here, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. I'm going to do the sand first, and you'll see why. All right, so I'm using Pecan Pie. And I'm going to just come in at the bottom. I'm going to make it darker towards the bottom. And then it kind of just goes up. All right. Then what I do to make it look realistic, because that is important, and I've already ripped it, but this is just a computer printer paper, and I am going, you know what? I want to make this a little bit higher. Now that I said I wasn't gonna. All right. So now I'm going to put this here, and I'm just going to make it look like there are little hills or whatever in the sand, because then that makes it look more realistic, like I said, and as dimension. All right. All right, that looks good. Now we'll come in with the Azure Afternoon. Hey, Mary. Now I like this blue because it's very bright, but it needs to be re-inked, so this isn't going to be that bright. But I'm going to go over it and over it. I should re-ink it, but then I'm afraid that it's going to be really, really dark. So I'm just going to keep, I want it to be darker towards the top. Don't want to go over that. I wouldn't have had to go over it so many times if I had it re-inked next time. And why I did it this way is so that it kind of like blends into each other. All right, let's see if I did a good job. No, well, what do you think? Because you can see it's got a little bit of the azure that went over the skyline. I'm going to leave it. I will show you the finished product when I give it away. I will give you the one that didn't have the tape come up. All right, so that is what I've got here. I'm going to go ahead and move this, and I'm going to bring in my scrap, and we're going to have it say, hey, friend. All right, you just got to find the one that says that. Okay, and I'm going to use Memento. I was going to ink it with the lid. That won't work. And I'm just going to put it down here at the bottom. Excuse my head. I want it to be straight. And it doesn't matter that I got a little bit there because it doesn't matter. Oh, I left my cutter over on the other table. Hold on one second. Okay. So I'm just going to trim that. What's nice with this one is the see-through, so I can see where it hits this channel. And we'll go that way. And then I will bring in my snips and make a little flag. Okay, so Daryl, is that your name or are you going by another name? Like, because sometimes married couples use both things. I would love to hear more about you. Since you're here, you're eligible to have this mailed to you. It has nothing, like I don't mind mailing to Australia. I already mailed to Scotland quite a few times, so it is doable as long as you give me a good address and how to write it down, because sometimes I don't know how to write it down. All right, so now I'm going to stamp the seagull, and I'm going to do the one that looks like he's yelling because I want it to be yelling, saying, "Hey, friend." I mean, this stamp set is just super. This is not a very good inked memento. I've been gone for 2 weeks. I think I need to re-ink all of them, I guess. Let's see how this looks. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you a way that I did this that's different. First, I'm going to color it and then kind of tell you how I do it on other things. And all I'm using is the shaded spruce, smoky slate, and pumpkin pie dark. Hey, Carol. All right, so I'm just going to color his beak and his feet, and then the rest is going to get gray. Whoop, it doesn't matter. I just went out of the lines a little bit. All right, so I don't know why. I usually a lot of times when I'm doing animals will look it up online to see how to color them, but I'm just flying by the seat of my pants right now. So I'm going to just have this go around. All right. Well, let's go around his wing too. That makes sense. All right. Then the light, just to have it blend a little bit. All right. And then because I don't want it to look so, I don't know what the word is. I'm going to use a color lifter. Oh, okay. So just to make it look blended better in that area, there we go. All right, so now I have to fussy cut it, and since it's a small thing, it's not that big of a deal, but I just want to make sure that, there's no dye to this, but it's free because of Sale-a-Bration. So that's what's cool. And I'm cutting his legs off. This is what I wanted to show you. because trying to fussy cut around these small little lines would be bad. I wouldn't like it. Yeah, Mary, it's supposed to start snowing tomorrow around 1, and I have my massage around 1, so hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Okay, don't lose those feet. And normally I leave a little bit of white around, but I'm not going to this time. Well, as best as I can. And I'm taking my time because I don't want to have to do this again. All right. Now, if by chance you do, like if you leave a white around and you don't want it, I'll show you what to do because I'm going to do it. Okay, whoop. Because sometimes you just need that little bit of an extra to make it look more like that's what you meant to do. But if you take a marker, and if I don't know if you can see this, see if I can see how there's that white by the beak. So I'm just going to do this, and you won't see it anymore. And I'm just going to go around the whole thing just to make sure. I don't think I have any other white spots, but you never know. Oh, there was one right there. There. Now, when you look at it, there is no white. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut these feet. And I'm just going to cut them. This is the only thing is you got to make sure you don't lose them because they're very small. Goodness. See, it's even hard to hold on. There's that small. So you can't even see what I'm doing because my finger's in the way, but you know. Come on. All right. Put that, woo, right there. And this is why I said it didn't matter that I went outside the lines because we're going to be cutting it off. And it is up against white. Well, no, it isn't. It's against sand. I was going to say it's against white, but it's not. All right. So in my directions, because I write them before I do the video, so it's all fresh in my mind and everything after I make them. I say, let me move these aside, to put him where you want him, and then use your marker and make 2 legs. Let's make them a little bit higher. This is so much better than trying to line it up. Now we can put him on by, putting a little bit of glue. And then we'll put we will put on, trying to pick it up. Put on his little feet. Now, really tiny dots, because I don't want it to bleed. And these tiny little feet. And the glue lets it sit for just a second. So if you need to readjust, you have it. But this is the hardest part of this whole card is trying to get these feet on. All right. Okay. Does that look okay? Looks like he's kind of weird. All right, we're going to go ahead and put this on. No dimensionals. That's like unheard of for me. This was the one that doesn't have as many layers and it's really pretty. All right, now, because I want the sky to look pretty, I am, got to find it first, going to put in some birds with Memento. Tweezers would have been a good idea, Mary. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have these birds go right over this part, and then maybe you don't notice it as much. Okay. All right, so now we're going to put that onto here. Hey, Marilyn, I am sorry about, what am I sorry about? I don't know why I'm saying I'm sorry. I didn't see you come in. That's what it was. I didn't see you come in. Yes, the feet, I do it all the time, is that I cut off the feet and then I don't care. Like when I put a mask on something, I wouldn't use the feet because I figure they're small. It doesn't matter. All right, so now we're going to do the inside. And, well, we can go ahead and put this on the base. Look at how pretty that looks. So I have a question. I know it's kind of weird. If you guys really don't want to hear about my problems, sorry. I just have a question. Does anybody else take a medication that has you have reactions? Like, okay, all my life I've been having problems with, I'm sorry to say, constipation. And I have to take Dulcolax or some other kind. And what the like a week or after, I get blisters on my fingers. I don't understand why. That makes no sense. Why I would get blisters on my fingers for something I take. But I'm just wondering, did anybody else ever have that problem? Because it's just weird. Yeah, it itches and it's just not something that I want to have to deal with. But you do what you have to do, right? All right. Now, here's another hint. If I have this stamp set that says, I love you more than, and the next card will have it to be where I will use the whole thing, but this one I just want to say I love you more because that's something that a lot of people say together when they're married is that I love you more. No, I love you more. I don't do that, but I know my brother and his wife do. You just use the marker. It doesn't come out as well as an ink, but it comes out. So you just have to huff on it and then you have it. Okay, so we're going to put that on black and then put that inside. And we're almost done. We still have to do a little bit more on the front. Okay, So I am going to be using these, let's see what they call, Riverside Irregular Pearls. And I'm going to color them with the blend of the pecan pie because I want it to look more like go with the card better. Hey, Robin. So this was my easy card that didn't have too many steps. I like layers. So the next the next card you'll see. I like layers. There we go. All right, so what do you think? Is it noticeable that I went over a little bit up here, or does it look good? I don't know. I love this card though, so hopefully you guys do too. All right, so let's move on to the next one. That is one that you could be getting in the mail. Thanks, Dottie. All right, and this is what we got. One card, all these layers. I mean, it's ridiculous, the things that I do, but you know, I really want it to look pretty, and sometimes you just have to add a little bit. Even though my motto is less is more, this time not so much. Okay. So we have Night of Navy because it goes so well with the Balmy Blue. So I'm going to go ahead and put, thank you, Mary. I just love you because you always give me excuses for when I have mistakes. It does look misty. Oh, I have 3. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and put these on. These are a little bit, whoop. They are so close to the card. It's only 1/8 of an inch off on all the sides, but okay. I needed more layers, so I had to make more room. Let's see. Oh, go closer this way. Yeah. This is why it's harder when it is right there. All right. Though it doesn't, hold on. Let's see if I can fix that. Move it over just a tad. Oh, look at that. We'll do it this way, and then I can see if I get it right. Much easier. Okay. There. Got it. All right, so we're going to put that aside. Now I have, oh, not quite yet put aside. I'm going to put this is from the Utterly Amazing DSP, and it looks like waves, and that's what I wanted, so it saves me from having to try to do it myself. Okay. All right. Now we have this little strip. I'm going to flip that over. It had a little, nope, that one does too. It's all good. You won't even notice because it's going to be covered up, or it doesn't matter. All right. I'm going to bring in Balmy Blue and my sheet again, just so that if I go over, it doesn't get on my table. And stamp the, gosh, girls, I'm telling you, I need a tweak. Stamp the shells all over this layer. Oh my goodness. Certain places are better. I'll just keep re-inking over there. I didn't realize how bad this was before we started. There we go. All right, so we have that. Yes, make a comment because otherwise Pat won't know you're here for you to get in the drawing. All right, so these are all going to get layered together. So we'll go ahead and put this on. You could just say hi. You want to be able to get mailed a card for free. And believe me, they look so much better in person than they do on here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this over here now. Okay, now we're going to come in with, I'm going to put this aside, bring this in, and you want, let me double check that I have it the right way. Okay, you want the 3, make sure, the 3 1/4 inch to be the landscape. I had to think for a sec. Landscape. Bring this back in, and we're going to do the grass, or not the grass, the sand again, or yeah, sand. And I don't even have to re-ink it because it's still on the brush. Okay, and then we will bring in, let's see, I'm in my directions. I said that I was using, I'm trying to find the brush that has the balmy blue on it. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Nope, that's the azure. Oh, well. In my PDF, it's the balmy because everything's balmy on here. So, but if you don't re-ink it, it looks like balmy. So that works. We're just, that was it on that. Also from the Utterly Amazing, okay, where'd it go? Come on. I had a big, oh, don't tell me I'm going to have to recut it. I'm looking. Sometimes things get stuck in the envelope or fall on my floor. I think I found it. Okay. You only need a little. So I just cut this much off of like the thing because I only need this much. So I just used a scrap that I had. And find my scissors. Here they are. I'm going to cut just so that this is going to, oh, it's almost falling apart. All right. This is going to go, well, we'll go this way because that looks nicer. This looks more like a top, doesn't it? All right. We are going to stamp. I'm not putting that down, but I want it for to hold on to the place. I need the other one. He's going to be, let me grab another memento just to see if it's got more ink. Oh, it already looks better. I'm going to put him right here because he's looking back saying, whatever he's saying. And where's the one? And this one that has French fries in his mouth. So I have a funny story. And some of you might have heard it if you come to my classes, but we go to Disney quite often because we are a Disney family. And um, I went to go get a churro, and I was walking back with it, and this bird flies up and grabs it out of my hands and flies off. I'm like, what? Wait. I was shocked. And so I immediately turn around and go back. And I just said to the girl, I need another one because a bird just flew off with it. So she gave me another one and didn't make me pay, but it was really funny. Hey, Lynn, how do you say your name? I want to make sure I say it right. But so this reminds me of that. So I'm going to go up a little bit on this because I want just right here for this to look like it's casting a shadow. That's what like when I saw the stamp set, I was like, oh my God, that's like what happened to me. Because you wonder how they get to the food. All right, we're going to color this again. Kind of the same way, but this time we have French fries to color. Let me move. Gee, not distracted by that. Oh, and his feet. Now, if you weren't coloring this, you might want to do like mask it so that you can cover it up so it doesn't, like, you don't see the sand underneath, but it doesn't really matter because nothing's really dark. All right, the smoky slate again. And I'm going to color him the same way I did before just because it's easier. And I always like to start with the dark and then come in with the light. So I know some people, Pat likes to do it the other way around, but for some, this works for me. So that's why I do it. I don't know why it does. It just is better for me. How do you guys do it? Do you do it the opposite? A lot of people do it from the light to the dark. Okay, I'm not going full out on this one. So my family lives out in California. A little nervous about that. Keep texting my daughter to say, is everything okay? Because I'm worried. She's working from home just in case they have to leave so that she can get her son from school. I mean, it's like, oh, it's just so scary. My brother has already lost a house to a fire, and the fact that we're having to worry again is not fun. So this is a color lifter just to blend it a little bit better. You could just color the whole thing in if you wanted, but I like it like this. Okay, so that is part of that, and I need to just put in the sentiments, and then I will load it up or put it, start my thing that I'm going to do for putting everything together. French fries, and I love you more than. There we go. This time we're going to use the whole thing. I love you more than. though, and this is heartbreaking, but after COVID, I don't like French fries anymore or hamburgers. It's horrible. I don't know why. It's just, it didn't work out. All right, so this is going to go ahead and be put on. Oh, everything dropped. Yep, sure did. Make sure I get it on right. Hey, Lori. Is Lori. Did you say Lori's? Okay, I'm sorry. You're from Minnesota. Yay, my daughter lives in Minnesota and my grandkids. We're out in Minnesota. They live in, gosh, I know this is horrible. I'm going to look it up. I keep wanting, oh, they live in Monticello. That's it. That would have been sad. All right, now I need to put that on to my Night of Navy. Yes, I have a daughter in California, a daughter in Minnesota. My son lives in Fuquay, Varina, which is here in North Carolina, and another daughter that lives over by Asheville, which just had that huge thing happen. So it's like our family is having too many things happen. All right, so you can't even really see the sky, but that's all right. Bring this back in. I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on this side because this one has more layers. Aren't they cute, Carol? I love the seagulls, and they're free. The stamp sets with Sale-a-Bration, so you can get them for free. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this on. Now let's raise it up just a little because I want to put some embellishments down here in this corner. And I'll do that after I get the inside done. All right, so we need the white for the inside. All right. Now, I like to have my insides have more than just a sentiment. So luckily, if I can find, there it is. We have a French fry container. Oh, and I forgot to color the French fries. Now that we'll go back and we'll color that. And if you did an envelope, you could put the French fries on the front and they'd be like, huh? All right, let me do that real quick while I'm remembering. I'm using Pumpkin Pie Light because I want to keep with what I'm using and you don't want to have to buy more. I know French fries really aren't, that's pretty close to what color they are. All right, go back here. All right, now I'm going to say, hey, friend, if I can find it. Here it is. And I'm going to try the memento again. Let's see. There we go. And since we already put the Night of Navy in there, that will go like this. So this is, yeah, I mean, I'm going to color that too, but let's just get this in and then I will color it. All right. It's a little bit more orange than what French fries are, but this is what I say about if you see something like flowers and I color them to go with the card. This is in my world. This is how they look. I'm going to do the fishy in orange or pumpkin pie and grays. I'm assuming that that's a hamburger, but it's not a hamburger. It's a fish burger. Okay. So now we just have to put in our embellishments. And if I can find them, because it seems like whenever I get done using something, I put it somewhere very special because then I can't find it. Here it is. All right, this time I am not going to color them. I'm just going to use the white ones and we'll be done. So then Pat can go ahead and start the drawing if you would like, Pat, because I'm almost done. And we'll see who gets to have it mailed to them. You get two. So the first person that talks up first gets to pick which one they want. The other one just has to wait because I'm going to keep one of each for a class. So let me show you them again. Get all this out of the way. There we go. Aren't they cute? I just love how they came out. All right. And the bonus is that they are free. Okay. Potato. Oh, yeah. Was sweet potato fries? That's what they could be. Sweet potato fries. All right. Okay. So magnesium. I tried that, Dottie. I tried magnesium. It did not help. But I am drinking a ton of water. So that just started. Thank you for the hearts. That's the first time I've ever seen the hearts because I'm not usually looking. So, all right. And tasty? Yes, Mary. All right, girls. So I am here every Thursday, except for I did take the 2 weeks off. Sorry if I worried anybody, but I needed the break. And I'm here every Thursday at 4. So, Haiti, I'm glad. So, Haiti, you don't care which one you get? And Lola. All right. So, you guys decide. All right. All right. Lola, you get the second one. Thank you guys for coming. And for my new girls, thank you so much for coming. I'm glad. I would love to know how you found me. And I hope to see you again next time, which is next week. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but it's probably going to be a little bit more like, I don't know. I like doing things that are a little bit more. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys next week and hopefully you guys have a good weekend and we won't get too much snow. All right. Thanks. Bye.